Three. Won't remember it after the fact.
Now,
Just want to
are we good, Ms. Lyons? Okay, thank you for indulging our technical difficulties tonight. Good evening, everyone. I should bang the gavel, right? I'm supposed to. Okay, good evening. Welcome to our meeting tonight. Ms. Clerk, can you call the roll to establish quorum, please?
Mrs. Fodor? Present. Mr. Jernerbro? Present. Mr. Kelly?
Here.
Mr. Cove?
Here.
Mrs. Palestrini? Here. Mr. Robinson?
Present.
Present.
Okay, so my wife had open house tonight, so Mikey came with me early, and I enticed him to leave the house early by saying he could lead us in the pledge.
No pressure.
Okay, whenever you're ready, you start, and then we follow you, okay? Ready?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next slide. Okay. Sure. Okay, Ms. Lyons, good evening. Does anyone sign up to speak?
No one has signed up to speak.
Okay, before you have the meeting minutes from August 21st, 2025. Please review them at this time.
just one minor.
Sure.
Correction on page 7 at the last. Under the announcement, I inquired about the progress of the special census, not the process.
Uh-oh.
Close, but
Grammar will get you every time.
I know. Got it. Thank you.
Any other changes to the minutes? I'll entertain a motion to approve the meeting minutes with the changes presented by trustee Palestrini.
So moved.
Second?
Questions, comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, next we have to go into a BINA hearing, which is a Bond Information Notice Act hearing. So I will entertain a motion to go into a public hearing for the Bond Information Notice Act. Second. Questions, comments? Ms. Clerk, can you call the roll, please?
Mrs. Jernerbro? Present. Oh, sorry.
Aye.
Aye.
I'm not telling you how to vote.
No, Mr. Aye, sorry.
Aye.
Mr. Cove? Mrs. Palestrini?
Aye.
Mr. Robinson?
Aye.
And Mrs. Fodor?
Aye. But he is here.
I am here.
You are present. You can vote.
Yeah.
And you're allowed to vote present if that's truly what your vote is.
Nope.
Okay.
Mr. Mayor, no one has signed up for that hearing either.
Okay, so I'm going to hit the gavel now. Now we're in the public hearing. I don't think we have a presentation about this. This is a purely statutory obligation of the fact that we're issuing bonds or it's our intent to issue bonds for the Public Works Facility project. Again, this is a statutory process. Do the trustees have any questions to be entertained during the public hearing? Hearing none?
Just what is the next step of the process?
The next step of the process
The
is?
next step will be at the next meeting, we will have a bond,
The initial authorization ordinance.
well, there's,
The rating agency.
no.
Parameters.
Parameters ordinance, thank you so much. Yes, yeah. Yep, where we'll authorize the actual issuance of that.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was all.
Any other questions? I'll entertain a motion to close the public hearing and go back into open session.
So second.
Questions, comments? Ms. Clerk, can you call the roll, please?
Mr. Kelly?
Aye.
Mr. Cove?
Aye.
Mrs. Palestrini?
Aye.
Mr. Robinson?
Aye.
Mrs. Fodor?
Aye.
Mrs. Jernerbro?
Aye.
Motion passes 6-0.
With that, we're back in open session, and I am very excited to say good evening, Mr. Hedges.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. And before I start, I do just want to thank the board for your tolerance over the last month. It's been kind of a tough time for me, but I got through it on the mend now, so thanks a lot. Great staff here to back me up. With that, I would tell you that items A, B, and C, I would call them bracketed. These are all special service areas. It's really, there's one new one, a new project, Old Dominion. The other two were actually cleanup of very old projects. So you'll vote on them one at a time, and there is an agenda supplement from Mo on page 10 of your packet. With that, we would ask your consideration of an ordinance establishing special service area number 32 for Old Dominion.
Does anybody have any questions about any, let's put it this way. We are voting them for them independently. Does anybody have any questions about any of these SSAs? Let's just have a discussion about all of them, and then we'll do the voting afterwards.
And I know it's in the supplement, but just for the record, these are all backup SSAs.
Correct.
Be correct.
Anyone have any other questions? Okay, with that, I'll entertain ordinance motion establishing an ordinance establishing SSA number 32 for the Old Dominion project. So,
Second.
questions, comments?
Has it, Old Dominion's been open and running for a while.
Yes.
Why the delay in establishing the SSA?
Why the delay in
It's just a matter of actually, that one's not so old. The other one, the one on Arrowhead is like 20 years old.
Okay,
So some of them were just overlooked.
okay.
We've been catching up on SSAs for like 5 years now. We're just about caught up. In fact, this does catch itself.
This does, excellent, thank you.
So we have first and a second, and I did ask for questions or comments. Are there any more? Roll call vote, please, Ms. Clark.
Mr. Cole?
Aye.
Ms. Palastrellini?
Aye.
Mr. Robinson?
Aye.
Ms. Fodor?
Aye.
Ms. Sternbro? Aye. Mr. Kelly?
Aye.
Motion passes 6-0.
I'll also entertain a motion approving an ordinance establishing SSA number 33 for the Road Ranger McDonald's project. Questions, comments? Ms. Clerk, can you call roll, please?
Ms. Palastrellini?
Aye.
Mr. Robinson?
All right.
Ms. Fodor?
Aye.
Ms. Sternbro? Aye. Mr. Kelly?
Aye.
Mr. Cole?
Aye.
Motion passes 6-0.
Thank you. I'll mention that the next 3 items are also bracketed.
We're not done
Oh,
yet.
sorry, you have one more to go. Then you get.
So excited.
I'll entertain a motion establishing SSA number 34 for the Arrowhead Business Project Park.
So move.
Questions, comments? Ms. Clerk, could you call her?
Mr. Robinson?
Aye.
Ms. Fodor? Aye. Ms. Sternbro? Aye. Mr. Kelly?
Aye.
Ms. Cole?
Aye.
Ms. Palastrellini?
Aye.
Motion passes 6-0.
There's no need to apologize, Mr. Hedges. We know how much you enjoy a good SSA.
With that, I'll tell you that the next 3 items, D through F, are also bracketed. So we'll ask your consideration of a resolution approving a final plat of subdivision for Prairie Ridge North Neighborhood W. There is an agenda supplement on page 42 of your packet. This did pass the zoning, the Planning and Zoning Commission by a vote of 5-0, and positive recommendation. And Mr. Dan Olson is here tonight to answer any questions you may have. Dan?
Hi, welcome.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm not doing a presentation, but just a couple of comments. This will complete our trek from Army Road to Big Timber Road on the east side of our project. We're excited about that. It's substantial. All 3 neighborhoods are substantial conformance with the preliminary plat that was approved in 2023, with the exception of the minor change on the first streets into neighborhoods W and X. That was at the request of King County. They have a throat. They want the first streets to be at least 500 feet from their roadway. So we accommodated that. We didn't add any more lots, didn't lose lots, so it's still the same. It's just that entrance going into there. And then the neighborhood Y, we same number of units, but we shifted around. There's a wetland in the southwest corner of neighborhood Y, and we originally planned to put townhomes within that wetland, in addition to a stormwater management stormwater management facility. But doing some creative engineering work with our engineers, we're able to avoid the wetland entirely, so that wetland's going to stay intact. We're going to improve it, enhance it, and then we'll have next to it will be the stormwater management facility that will also be wetland based, wetland bottom. So it'll be a larger wetland area down there. Other than that, the only comment I'd like to make, I was informed today by our marketing folks that Hampshire, if you're not already aware of this, Hampshire was the #1 community in the Chicagoland MSA and the second Florida this year as far as home starts go. So congratulations. So that's pretty exciting. So
176 year to date.
176.
We budgeted for 150 for the year. We did 150 first half.
Okay.
Thanks to you guys.
Well, thanks to you. Right. So I'm just wondering if Jerry has that on top of your mind every day, your feet track, that's how you want.
The stuff that comes out.
I know.
Any questions for Mr. Olson about, or about the plats of subdivisions for neighborhood W, X, and Y?
Oh, go ahead.
No, please.
The changes that you described earlier, is that what I'm looking at in my packet?
Yes.
You tell me what.
Yeah, the entrance was into the neighborhood. They just shifted from, within, I think about, probably 150 feet of, 150, 200 feet of Big Timber Road. They shifted to 500 feet in. And again, that's a King County policy.
Gotcha, so, okay. That's all I mean.
Just a couple of questions for you, sir. With that road connecting into Big Timber, what's the evaluation with KDOT on a stoplight or some type of road work on Big Timber to accommodate traffic?
Yeah, we are required, we got to, as part of this, we'll have to improve Big Timber Road. Those plans have been submitted to King County. Our traffic report, which was approved by King County, does not show warrants are necessary for that intersection up there.
Doesn't show what, I'm sorry?
That stoplight.
Stoplight's not yet.
Not yet, yeah.
Good. Okay, and you were saying that for X and W, the only material difference was the entrance. I had looked at the preliminary and the final, and I agree, it looks the same. The question I have is on Y, because in the preliminary plat that's in the packet, it shows a total of 129 townhomes. And I don't know if the agenda supplement is incorrect or not, but according to the agenda supplement, it's now almost double that. And it does materially look different than what the original plat of survey was. It's actually increased the housing density significantly and the number of units. So according to the memorandum, the supplement neighborhood Y now has 244 townhomes where the initial plat had 129. So it's about 16 shy of a 100% increase in the same volume of land.
Yeah, I think that is incorrect. In supplement, I'll double check, but we have not increased the density there at all.
Because the design is totally different as well, and there are more buildings.
What we did is we've reshifted the buildings and to get out of that wetland that we had talked about. And then also, some of the buildings, and this is also, we're working with a townhome builder, and this is to accommodate their product, right? But it's still the same number of units. It's just that the buildings have been rearranged, shifted around. Some buildings there are 4 units, some buildings are 6 units, but the total count of units has not changed. So, but
The total count of individual towns.
individual units, yes.
So they are smaller units now because there are more buildings.
I don't remember, well, the original preliminary plat, we had made assumptions as to what those products would be, not knowing who the builder would be at the time. So I can't say exactly what size those products were at the time of the preliminary plat approval.
Okay.
But this is that might be true. I can't say for sure. I'd have to take a look.
Mr. Hedges, where would the 244 number have come from in the agenda supplement?
I can't reconcile it, as unfortunately most.
Just because that's a huge difference. We're not talking.
I don't think it was correct. I agree with Dan. Throughout this whole process, there was never any discussion about increasing the units.
Yeah, and I could undo the math while I'm sitting here just to confirm that, with the plat. But yeah, it was never the intent, nor have we increased the number of units. We were concerned when we avoided the wetland, we were concerned about losing units, but we were able to get it back to the number of units that were originally going.
And just for clarity, an individual unit you were talking about is a single townhome, not the building of townhomes.
Yes.
Because the number of buildings have increased.
The number of buildings may have increased, has increased, but the number of units have not. Right.
I count 23 buildings in both cases. I,
25, the final plat.
I count 23.
That gives it. It is 25.
25, 3 times now.
Two additional buildings or
There's
no
two additional buildings. The inside center is completely different, where before it looked like they were more spaced out. They're a lot more dense in that middle area now. So that's why I'm asking about this, because I'm seeing 244 in the supplement. I'm seeing more buildings. The center looks more dense. So I'm trying to figure out what are we voting on approving?
Are you counting on page 9, Lori?
I'm coming on page 57 in the packet. And then,
I'm on, I don't have page numbers for a fact. I got page 9 on the iPad. On the data. Is it the color one?
Does your iPad not number the whole packet?
No, the numbers are documented individually.
Is it, are you looking at the color
Probably on
version?
yeah, I was
16.
looking,
The black and white version is what you're looking at, correct?
I'm looking at full. And this is the final plat, what the picture looks like with all the
That's the black and white.
measurements. Yeah, that's the final.
So on the color one, she's correct. There's 3 coming.
That's the colored one with all the different neighborhoods. That's the preliminary
yeah,
plat.
that's
That's the
preliminary.
first thing that was given to us. We're voting on this other one.
on page.
My question is on the difference between the two. Because in the supplement, it also points out an almost 100% increase in homes, and we're now saying that might not actually be it. I'm wondering where the 244.
Okay.
Because, and hopefully you understand my concern is that if that is that big of an increase, that is a huge housing density increase in that space.
That wouldn't have got through the planning zoning commission or even through staff.
No, and just so you guys, I'm looking through the planning and zoning commission packet, and there's no mention of increase in home size or any of that.
In that supplement, how many did it mention?
Well, it doesn't. I am not looking through the minutes, but I'm looking through the planning and zoning commission packet where it's presented, and the findings of fact, there's no mention of increases of units or any of that.
I concur with trustee Kelly, there's 25 on my
25 buildings, yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I just did the math. It's 129 units. More buildings, same number of units on the plat. So it is,
So maybe they went down from 6 units per building to 5 units.
some units are 4 units, some units are 5 units, some units are 6 units. That's how we were able to make it work and then with that wetland. But the number, yeah, the number of units in the packet is wrong. It is this fact.
and what does that do to the density that we agreed on original?
Nothing. Same density, exactly.
129 units in both.
And is,
More buildings, same density, same number of building units or townhome units.
sorry, now with the change of the center area, that's my big concern, because the rest is a road, that's a standard size, but the center area now, we're talking about a 51 foot of space between the two buildings. Has this been, because this is so different design in the middle, was this run by the fire department or anybody to make sure there's no concerns on access?
We've talked about side yards being a minimum of 15 feet, so 7.5 in each yard. This will be on that.
This isn't a yard though, it's an access road. So 51 feet would be an access road to get in there. I just want to make sure that, because this is very different and smaller than what the original plat was between the buildings. So I'm just wondering if the fire department had a chance to look at this new design to say, yeah, this is great. Because again, the road is a standard road, not worried about that. They looked at it, none of that changed.
I don't recall ever having the fire department review a plat before, so no.
Yeah, and just to clarify that, the 51 feet, that's an area they call U, which is, it's a landscape area. It's the front of the house. So the only additional road is down the middle, in that middle block. Everything else around the perimeter, that's front roads, right?
Okay, so the 51 feet then is grass area,
Yeah.
and it's the 58.3. Yeah, because it didn't say that on the drawing, so apologies. So the 58, okay, so 60 feet between the driveways that are on the outsides.
Correct.
Towards the roads.
Yeah. Okay.
I apologize, I was on the wrong page. I was on the whole page for the 23.
It was,
Are these the same size as the ones that you built right over here?
It's the same product. Yeah.
Same exact dimensions?
I can't say they're the same exact,
Well,
but it's the same, yeah,
Okay.
how many, 123 units, right?
120.
129 units.
Which is what the first one was. I think what got me, trustee Robinson, is when the agenda supplement said 244.
Yeah, I should have caught that. I apologize. I read it, it just went right over.
And do you know the developer you're working with, are these build to rent or build to sell?
This would be built to sell.
Thank you for answering those questions.
Anyone else have any other questions about W, X, or Y? We will be taking independent votes, individual votes for these, so I'll be entertaining motions one at a time for each neighborhood. Before I do that, thank you very much, Mr. Wolf. Thank you for helping us through this. I'll entertain a motion for a resolution approving final plan of subdivision for neighborhood W.
Second.
Questions, comments? Ms. Clerk, can you call the roll, please?
Ms. Fodor.
Aye.
Ms. Jernerbro. Aye. Mr. Kelly.
Aye.
Mr. Cove.
Aye.
Ms. Palastrellini.
Aye.
Mr. Robinson.
Aye.
Motion passes 6-0.
Next, I'll entertain a motion to approve the final plan of subdivision for neighborhood X.
So moved.
Second.
Questions, comments? Ms. Clerk, can you call the roll, please?
Ms. Jernerbro. Aye. Mr. Kelly.
Aye.
Mr. Cove.
Aye.
Ms. Palastrellini.
Aye.
Mr. Robinson.
Aye.
Ms. Fodor. Aye. Motion passes 6-0.
Finally, I'll entertain a motion approving a resolution for approving the final plan of subdivision for Prairie Ridge North neighborhood Y.
So moved again.
Second.
Questions, comments?
I'm not sure I like the density change. That's my only comment. More, even though the units are the same, they've added buildings. I think that should have went through a different process. My personal opinion.
How many buildings got added?
Two.
Two buildings got added. Okay.
But this board's fought. It's the tightness of this stuff for a long time.
Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't. You
Yes.
mentioned that.
This is hard. Where did they get added? Does anybody have an old map that I can see?
Yeah, you wanna,
Like, I'm having a hard time finding, scrolling there.
It's some, the front plastic.
Do you have the old one? I have the new one. This is the current one, correct?
that's the old one.
That's the new one.
No,
Page
that's the old one.
is the new one.
Okay. They have.
Where did the
Oh.
buildings get added?
Here's the note.
I believe it's also rotated.
Okay.
So see how these two,
Yep.
these are like this now. They're.
Yes. Gotcha.
I was having an issue going back and forth too. That's why I did screenshots.
That's good to know. Thank you for that trick.
So we do have a first and a second. Does anyone have any questions or comments?
This alleviates building in that wetland
It does.
by rearranging.
We're completely avoiding the wetland at this point.
Increasing the density in the middle.
Right.
And when you say you enhance the wetlands, what does that mean?
It means, it's a very low quality wetland right now.
Well,
It just barely, just a flourishing quality index, FQI they call it.
No.
7 is anything below 7 is very low. You don't have to mitigate for it, but this is at 8, so it's just above that limit. So we're going to add additional plantings and seeds in there to make it a more high quality wetland.
it's a slight picture.
And, sorry, are we doing, we can ask questions?
Yeah, we're questions or comments. The
Okay.
motion's been made.
All right, thank you. In that wetland, had you built there, is it that you would have had to do some improvements to the land to be able to build in the wetland? Because the original plat had building in the wetland, is it that it would?
Yeah, and we do that. There's other wetlands that we have to mitigate for in neighborhoods. We've already approved neighborhood U, NW, and neighborhood W, so we have to mitigate for those. So we do that. We have to basically either buy mitigation credits so that the county can go and build wetlands or buy them from a mitigation bank. There's no mitigation credits available right now, so we pay cash to the county, and then the county takes that money, and when the banks are available, they'll buy credits or they'll build their own, use that to build wetlands. So it happens all the time, right? We try to avoid it so that we don't have to, because the county's desire is to avoid, as is the court's desire to avoid. So we try to avoid when we can. Those other two we just couldn't avoid. But yeah, but we can, yeah, we can certainly build upon it.
And you will be improving that space then?
Yeah,
We're just saying
we're enhancing the plant life.
Okay.
Yeah, we can't do any grading in it because that's filling up a wetland. Right. So, but we can enhance the plant life.
You can, okay.
That's part of our landscaping plans.
And is there a sidewalk that will go in front of there all the way to the roads, in front of the wetlands?
The sidewalk along the streets, the roadway, yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Are we ready to vote on this? Ms. Clerk, can you call the roll, please?
Mr. Kelly.
Aye.
Mr. Cole.
No.
Ms. Palastrellini.
Aye.
Mr. Robinson.
No.
Ms. Fodor.
No.
And Ms. Jernerbro.
No.
Motion fails 4-2.
Okay, Mr. Olson, you got some work to do on neighborhood Y.
Yep.
I appreciate that, that you've come here. It's been a long time since you've got to vote in the negative, but.
Right. Yeah, we'll take care of it. We'll understand the concerns and we'll address it.
I really appreciate that.
If I could ask the board, because the other option is to impact that wetland, is that a desirable option versus the additional building?
I think that the concern, at least from what I hear, is that I think there's got to be some compromise in that, right? So I understand that, I think from what I'm hearing, the board understands your concern about building on the wetland and the credit conversation. We also are very conscious of environmental causes, right? Wetlands and all that stuff. But also you don't want these neighborhoods to be built on top of each other in a way that negative reflects. So there's got to be some compromise.
Yeah, and I'll share with you, sir.
Sure.
The only reason I was a hard no, the only reason I voted yes was in consideration of the wetland that you were talking about. So that does, at least to me personally, I don't want to speak for anybody else. I think that was a positive thing of trying to avoid that. I understand there's financial cost to it as well.
Mm-hmm.
But that density in the middle was why I was going to be a hard no, and that's why I asked so many questions about the wetland, because that was the only reason that I even hinted towards a yes.
Okay,
So,
understand.
I'm pretty much of the same. The density in the middle is just not what we had originally had planned for, but again, in favor of that wetland, yes.
And just to be clear, density building wise, Mr. Nicole, I mean, it is building wise, there is more buildings, but the number of units has not changed.
I understand that. If you would have came to us or if we had known ahead of time
Sure.
that you wanted to avoid the wetlands, put two more in there, I'd have been a yes all the way. But to come here and thank God one trustee caught it, we'd have never known it and just let it through. And
Right.
I don't run like that.
Understand.
Okay, I appreciate you coming in. I'm sorry it didn't work out in your favor this time, but if I know Crown, you guys will find a way to.
We'll figure it out. Yeah, we'll work with staff and the engineers and we'll find a way. Okay.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Sorry.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dan.
Thank you.
With that, we would ask your consideration of a resolution authorizing the shooting range use agreement with Briar Hill Ventures LLC. They have an agenda supplement from Chief Cannon on page 89, excuse me. I think it's page 89. Oh, sorry, page 1.
Well, we have it in our packet.
Oh, yeah, you don't have the same.
We're good. Don't worry about the page number.
And Ed Block is here to answer any questions you might have.
Can I just say that this has been ongoing for a while. You guys have been trying to work out an agreement. It used to be like a paintball facility, and before that it was Allen's, and you guys have kind of always used that property for a shooting range, but we've never really had an agreement in place to do so. So this provides a big, it's a formal agreement, and it's a big win for our police department to be able to do this type of training locally instead of having to go to another facility or another department. So I didn't want to step on your toes there, but does anyone have any questions?
Will it just be for Hampshire's? I mean, it won't be other departments coming.
There will be, yeah. So currently, Peterbilt also has engaged with them and has an agreement with them as well. So this agreement basically outlines our usage. They are free to use it and for whatever department they would like to allow as well.
They still own the property.
But there's opportunities to have cross-departmental cooperation with trainings and different things because there's different departments working together on that state field.
Where's the range at?
It's way in the back. You have to go.
That's
Yeah,
the
no.
property with that big high tunnel
Yep.
building,
I mean,
right?
it's a mile back in there, and you get back and there's a pond, and then it opens up back in there.
Back west?
Yeah, in fact, they had talked, when they first bought that land,
Yeah.
Berglund's, they talked about putting they were talking about putting cabins around the pond and wedding venue and all that stuff.
There was an RV talk for a little while,
Yeah,
RV
RV
park
park.
for a while.
And you probably all know that Mr. Berglund passed away in an accident a few months ago. And so when that happened, we had to firm up all the handshake agreements that the police department had with them. So that's why we're, put this in the contract.
It's the pond directly north of the tracks, like pretty much straight north of Rec House Park, the baseball field?
Yeah.
Okay.
A little far
I got
to the west.
Yep.
Of the entrance. And his daughter owns the property to the north, 63 acres, that includes that really nice house on Allen Road. So altogether, I think it's about 380 acres that they own.
I think having the agreement's a great thing because it solidifies what sounds like is already happening. My only question is the zoning for this land allow for a shooting range?
It's not in the village right now.
Oh, it's not in the village?
No.
I thought we did stuff with them.
We did not for this parcel.
Now in fact, they have another parcel that's in the process of being developed by a construction company as their headquarters, so that they are actively selling property over there now.
This is the one right across from Ozingo, right?
Yes, but
It
it's,
starts
but
there.
this property goes back almost a mile into the woods,
So it's considered a different property than the one we've,
completely different parcel. Yes,
so it's county.
pardon me.
It's county.
It's unincorporated, yes.
Can't count.
Township,
Yeah.
yeah.
I appreciate that we're getting an agreement. I guess this would be a question for the future. That is right across the tracks from Tuscany Phase 2. Is that gonna affect anything when that starts getting built out? Or are we gonna look at maybe moving that range or rezoning that land?
I suppose we could address that when the time comes.
Okay.
But I don't think there's a problem on it. It's not like they're shooting cannons back there, right?
Correct.
It's
This isn't- This isn't real
Right.
loud.
It's not,
Well,
if he's saying it's not in the village, we don't have any.
no, you're right, you're right. Just like, I'm out there with my kids hitting baseballs and you can hear shooting going on at the range. I mean, I'm just looking to the future when homes are built, who's gonna wanna buy a house? Trust, maybe somebody will, I don't know.
Show during the daytime when you guys don't know where.
Right, or if we don't own the land and, or don't control the zoning, then.
And we've actually been using that area for a shooting range for a decade or more, so
Oh, right,
it's not a new
right,
issue.
but nothing's there now. 10 years from now, that might all be built out with homes across the tracks. And I'm sure it wouldn't be an issue, I'm sure it's completely safe, it's just, just trying to think a little into the future here, when our homes are. The ordinance says it is right now, yeah, great.
I just have one maybe dumb question because I've never been out there at all. Is this indoor or outdoor?
Outdoor.
It is outdoor.
And there's a very large fir,
Okay.
surrounding it, so, yeah, safety is obviously paramount.
Yeah, I know for sure, but I'm not visualizing this, so.
If you ever like to go out there, I'd be glad to take it.
That's where you'll.
I take you up on that.
Any other questions for Lieutenant Neblock? More about the agreement? I'll entertain a resolution authorizing a shooting range user agreement with Briar Hill Ventures LLC.
So move. Second.
Questions, comments? Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Road,
Aye.
Ms. Palastrellini,
Aye.
Mr. Robinson,
Aye.
Ms. Fodor,
Aye.
Ms. Jernerbro, aye, and Mr. Kelly.
Aye.
Motion passes 6.
Thank you. With that, we would ask for consideration of a resolution approving a professional services agreement with Engineering Enterprises, Inc. for sledge management permit renewal in the amount of $9,372. This is required every 5 years, and this is the last meeting, so we get the permit done on time. So we appreciate your consideration. On page Sorry, with page numbers apparently now, okay, 101 if we pass it.
We had to change it right at the end. Everybody loves talking about sludge and the permits as required. Does anybody have any questions about sludge permit?
I have a couple.
Okay.
First is because it wasn't budgeted, but we knew that it was expiring. So it wasn't included in
Well,
the
it's a
budget?
5-year permit is something that we overlooked.
Okay. So then my comment would be,
We have to have a tickler every 5 years to apply for that.
yeah, so just to get it into the queue for that. And then the amount was not on the front, but it's in the resolution that says it's not up to or not to exceed 40,000. Do we have an exact amount or something a little bit more? And that was on page 114 for the amount.
Well,
Tim, can you address that, please?
Hold on a sec. The exact amount is in there. I'm not sure. Let me look on page 114.
Because it's not in the memo, and then 114 is the resolution, and it's the second, I shouldn't say, on that page, it's the second whereas is expected to be less than 40,000.
I think that's just a legislative thing, isn't it, Jim?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Do we, the exact amount in their quote, so 9,372.
Correct. Yes.
That's what the motion's asking you to include that amount.
That on page 1 is fine. That's
Okay,
See.
it's on page 10.
okay, and I missed on that then.
Thanks.
Okay, I remember seeing the 9372, and that's why when I saw the 40,000, it threw me off. Okay, that's much better. And then just as a comment is that in EEI's report on page 21, it already shows that you're working on the submittals and the application for the permit removal.
We had to do that because there's a deadline, and
Okay,
this is the last meeting where it could be done.
okay,
Sorry, Tim, go ahead.
Yeah, we had to get moving on it in order to get the submittal in on time.
So I
okay,
authorize it it's within my spending authority.
okay.
So that was gonna be my question, Mr. Hedges. We've granted the village administrator spending authority up to, I believe, $25,000, correct? If something comes in under 25,000, is there a statutory reason why we have to vote on something like this?
More recently, I would say the interpretation has been if it's contractual, I defer to the village board rather than authorizing it, unless it's an emergency or something that has to be done in a hurry.
All right. Just trust you to make those decisions. I
Appreciate
didn't know if
that.
there was a legal reason why we had to.
Procedural, let's say.
I think Shay wanted to know who's against sludge. That's why they're voting.
Is that a motion?
I like it.
No, thank you for that, and I appreciate you all catching the fact that it was expired this month, or we have to get it in, so, thank you.
Any other questions for Mr. Hedges' second favorite topic besides SSA's sludge?
Just one last question, Mr. Hedges, if you looked out into the future, is this something that our water department may be able to take in internally in the future, let's say in 5 years when it comes up?
Yeah, the other thing that concerns me, if you look at the penalties, those are pretty serious penalties.
Yeah.
And I think not.
Okay, so if penalties do incur, then they're charged to EEI, not to the
Well,
village.
hopefully we don't have penalties because they're professionals at what they're doing.
100%, but I'm saying if that's a concern, then the penalties are to who submit it.
I can't say that. Either one of us could get sued and
Okay.
we do
Understood.
have insurance for that.
All right, we've done a lot of things for trainings to bring stuff in-house, so I didn't know if this is an area where in 5 years we can bring it in-house and avoid extra costs. All right, thank you.
Did I entertain a motion? I don't think I did.
Not yet.
Did I entertain, okay, can I entertain a motion to approve a professional service agreement with EEI? Second. First and
It
second.
was the first time.
Sarah, that was the first.
Thank you.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Any other questions or comments? Roll call vote, please.
Ms. Palastrellini?
Aye.
Mr. Robinson?
All right.
Mrs. Fodor? Aye. Ms. Jernerbro? Aye. Mr. Kelly?
All right,
Mr. Cole?
Aye.
Motion passes 6-0.
Okay, thank you very much. We have the building report, engineering report, financial report. Lots of people waiting to speak to you about it. So please review them at this time.
I would just make one comment, Mr. Mayor. If you take a look at all the projects that EEI is looking at, working on, and then the building permits that are well ahead plan. What I thought was going to be a kind of a slow summer has turned into our busy summer. So it's worked very well.
Any questions on any reports?
Just, I've got one for the Safe Routes to School.
Yes?
And it says, the agreement's been submitted to IDOT, but it's still scheduled for September letting, and we are in September.
Yeah, it should be let this month and then construction will be in November.
Okay, so that's still on mark. Okay.
Yes.
Obviously, State Street is on schedule, as you have noticed.
Yeah. Because my last one is for the, American General Storage Development property.
Which report are you in?
It's,
Engineering or building?
on under development.
It's under engineering.
Engineering,
Is
okay,
it?
thank you.
What, sorry, which one was that again?
All right.
Just had a page.
Page number 2
Okay,
of the update.
got it.
It just says we're waiting for resubmittal.
Yeah,
And I'm just trying to figure the holdup. Where's the holdup?
At their end.
We've reviewed their easement document for the water main, that they need to grant an easement to the village, and we had comments. They need to make some revisions and resubmit the document.
My only other comment is just, we've got so many projects going that it'd be so nice to get some of them removed from the sheets.
It's hard to do
So-
with a developer. We can't force them to finish the project.
I know, and that's why they kind of go even with their punch lists, et cetera.
The Tina Harrow project up in Big Timber, 20, I thought that would be done 3 months ago.
Yeah.
He's finally started on the interior now, but it's his building and he's got to occupy himself and he's doing it at his own pace.
I just have one question. Last week, when they were doing the curb removal and replacement out on State, the crew that was out there doing the removal had one flagger, and he was at one end. He wasn't in the middle. He was at one end. On those instances, do we call you guys or Engineering Enterprises?
You can call us, but it's really, that's an IDOT project, so they're running that project. We have very little
okay.
input. But I mean, we can talk, I talked to IDOT today. They talked to us. They don't tell us much, but more than they did before.
You're not getting anywhere with that.
Okay,
If I can ask one for finance,
Sure thing.
page 126 of the packet, the hotel motel tax. And we had talked about this during budget time. It was a matter of they were doing construction there. They were not renting out rooms, et cetera. So,
Their payments are, only secured by hounding them is the best way to put it. So they're not paying monthly as they're supposed to. There is no penalty for not paying, so I just continue to send emails requesting payments.
so this shows that we've taken in $23 and that we've spent the 25,000.
Correct. We'll collect the money, it's just slow in coming, is the best way I can say it.
Is it, I mean, are they renting rooms?
Yeah.
Is there money
Oh,
out there?
100%.
So do you have an idea of what the amount is that
I do not.
you do not?
No, so when they remit their payment for tax on a monthly basis, they do send in their state reports. Where they collect all the taxes and then we're a deduction on the state return, so we can match that up. But to be perfectly honest, they're on their honor in order to report the right amount.
Okay.
and there's no wherewithal that we have as a village or authority to say,
There is an audit provision. I know the state of Illinois has done some sales tax, hotel motel tax audits. And they go so far as to, say you washed this many loads of laundry, so you rented this many rooms, and then they extrapolate that way. That's not in my personal purview, but we do have the ability to audit if we'd like to.
Honestly, that's the first time I've heard that they're late. I know the owner of the property very well. I think they make a call and correct that.
Okay. Thank you.
any other questions? Next, we have the accounts payable. We do have accounts payable to personnel in the very high amount. That's probably why he attended this evening. $8.87 to one Lieutenant Jim Clark. Do we have any questions about the $8.87?
Did he produce a receipt?
The coffee cups. The coffee cups and water.
Did you,
This cups.
you turned in receipts on time, everything according to policy?
Correct.
Did finance approve those?
Yes, they
Okay.
are. They
And
are
that was in the budget.
highly scrutinized, that
It's within the chief spending authority.
Okay. He's never gonna wanna come back.
Who? The chief?
No bluff.
I love being here.
I'll entertain,
Get that in a minute.
I'll entertain a motion to approve the accounts payable personnel in the amount of $8.87. So,
Second.
questions or comments? Roll call vote, please. All right, some expenditure.
Mr. Robinson.
Aye.
Ms. Fodor. Aye. Mr. Jerome.
Aye.
Mr. Kelly.
Aye.
Here it comes.
Mr. Cody.
Do it.
Aye.
And Ms. Foster.
Hi.
The motion passes 6-0. Hesitant.
All right. Next, this one hurts. I don't even want to say the amount out loud, so. Yeah. Crazy eight. Holy.
Here's that extra sheet too, right?
Yeah, there's an updated amount
Oh,
as well.
Is it more or less?
It's less.
It's less.
How much?
It's $64.70,
Great, everybody comes.
Out of the 1.8 million.
right? Yeah, well, that's why we were so, so precise on this. So what happened was, we received a bill from NICOR for the Public Works facility that's on Allen Road. And, I've been working with NICOR for months and months and months. And that is now, has been approved for ordinance consideration as a village facility that's not a money generating facility. So we're getting our gas therms, deducted from our allowance. So we will no longer receive a bill from that, and we were told to disregard this bill. And I found that out today.
So how much was the bill?
$64.70.
Game changer.
Yep.
It's a game changer in this amount.
I mean, if you take out the payment that you said, it's actually smaller than usual.
Yes.
Accounts.
Yeah, when we're at the first of the month, it's, this time.
The first meeting.
It's very small, yeah.
$100,000.
Right.
That's just done, look at that, like,
Yeah, you just.
the building looks nice.
So the ending in 01918 is the right number?
Correct.
Okay.
And for the public then, it's a payment to LAMP for the public facility
Yeah.
structure that's going up for $1,708,769.
Yes.
A large payment that has made this.
I think this is the largest accounts payable that I've ever.
There'll be a few more with the project work.
Yeah, I wrote a big check to, from one bank to the other.
Is it like one of those ones you win?
Yeah.
Did we stop big checks like this?
By the way, the project is going very well, and it's on time. They told us that they finished by January 30th is the plan right now. And 2 weeks ago, it was March 30th, so there was a lot of progress.
And this is something the village desperately needs. 100%.
Mhm.
Preserve our assets.
It cost hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yes, this $1.8 million will be more if we didn't have.
Okay. Begrudgingly, I'll entertain a motion to approve the accounts payable in the amount of $1,888,019.18. So moved. Second.
Just one last question. I just wanted to, and not questioning a bill or anything, but on page 2 of it, there's for Champion Paving, it's a water leak patch. And I was just curious as to where the water leak was.
Is that what?
Oh, is that what it?
Is that the big the school?
Okay.
There was a big one that was right in front of Terwilliger, right in front of the school that broke and Champion was out there. There was also another one I saw on Prairie.
Actually, I think this one might have been on Terwilliger.
Yeah, that's what
Because it's not a very big bill, is it?
No, and it wasn't a big patch.
The one over you're talking about by that church that ended up being under their parking lot, so that was their responsibility.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think this is the one with Terwilliger. Yeah, that was a good one.
This was the one right from the school.
Yep.
Yeah. that they patched right at drop off.
Yeah, that was good too. Perfect timing. They showed up right as all the buses got there.
I didn't drive my boat there that day, so.
Well, you gotta remember, they're not sitting at their shop having coffee, waiting for Hampshire to call. Well, they're not working.
They're not
so
in the union?
They get their, yeah, they are.
I'm sorry, I didn't get the big
I think they're attorneys.
Question on page 1.
I'm sorry, I think they had. It's a big one.
Halfway down, custom pens, $280.
Those are the, these Hampshire pens
Yeah, do we get some?
that.
Amazon, we buy it from
Sample,
Amazon.
if you'd like another one, I can provide that too.
Oh, I haven't had several. Just curious what they.
They're in the top drawer of plastic voters' heads.
Custom. That's all I got.
Any other questions? Are you okay to vote?
Yeah, I just can't have my thing.
Okay. You check, we'll pop over. Mr. Clerk?
Larry Soder. Aye. Mrs. Jerry. Aye. Mr. Kelly.
Aye.
Mr. Cole.
Aye.
Colin Stream.
Aye.
And Mr. Robinson.
Aye.
Motion passes 6-0.
All right. Updates from trustee Kelly, BDC and budget.
So nothing for the budget committee. BDC will meet Wednesday, September 10th at 6:30 here at Village Hall. Just for the board, we still have 2 open facade program grants, award winners that have not closed out yet. One is Style on State, that still, I think they're almost done. We're gonna review these in the next meeting to see if it's closed out or not.
That next to.
Right across the new barber shop or something, yep.
The barber shop they've been building for 2 years.
Yeah.
And then, the finial project that goes over like the 4 businesses, like where all the building owners all agreed to get the finials on top of the building, that one's still outstanding too. And then there will be a review. There have been 2 grant applications received, so that's also be reviewed for recommendation to the village board for the next village board. Any questions?
Will those be for this budget year?
Yes.
Just a question on the one then that was awarded for the barber shop.
Yeah.
Is it, they're only good, I thought, for 1 year, and I don't remember when we approved it. Didn't it say in there that if you don't submit within a year?
There's an opportunity for them to ask for an extension.
Correct. And I think it's 6 months from
The
award.
facade program's pretty much done. It's the interior that they just haven't done anything.
Right, and I believe they've submitted for final payment as it's done.
Oh.
That's what the review is.
They even
Okay,
have a wreath on the front door. It's really nice.
yeah, I know, I saw that part.
Yeah, they don't have to open or anything, they just have to submit their final, and here's where we're at. I believe that's what this is. It would have been in the last BDC meeting, but we didn't have a chance to review. One of the members wasn't able to attend.
Okay, that's fine.
That's all I have.
Any new business or other announcements?
I have a question, but I know the chief is not here, but he was going to work on a survey or to check out criminal, or actually there's been calls that our police department has had to make to a certain subdivision area in the town. And I'm assuming then, since he's not here, that there is no update on that.
Was that request made at a board meeting?
It was made at
The last work meeting.
last board meeting. I don't remember which neighborhood, but
I kept it a little, he knew which one.
I know which one you're talking about.
So, yeah,
We can look at that for you.
thank you very much.
I have one thing. So I just wanted to let you know that we're having trouble with the front door unlocking. So if you do happen to come in after hours and can't get in the front door, your code works on both the side door and the back door. So the plunger is retracting all the way to allow the door to release. So just an FYI, it's being addressed.
I don't even know my code.
all right. Any other business or new announcements? Entertain a motion to adjourn. So moved.
Second,
Questions, comments? All in favor?
hi,
Opposed?
Thank you all very much.
Put my hand.
welcome back.
Welcome back. All of these, the Hampshire ones.
Are we still on all the painkillers?
Don't worry. Do you want to stop recording?
You just want one.
No, give them all.
We need one at the library, don't we? No, we didn't.
Give them
I would say-
Are we still on all the painkillers?
this it?
I got off the Axiom Sunday.
I do have to say that.
Wait a minute.
This is one.
Okay.
Thing that